for the City of East Point Path Model Mile. We are truly excited about today, about this project, and we know that it's going to do some great things for this city and for the residents of the community. I really appreciate you guys coming out, and at this time I want to welcome the Honorable Mayor Jonquel Peters to the stage.
Thank you, Jonathan. And you're welcome for my hand warmers. All right, on behalf of the City of East Point, welcome. This is a really exciting day. Thank you to each of you who has come out this morning on this cold winter morning to celebrate this momentous occasion. This groundbreaking ceremony marks the commencement of construction for the East Point Path Project, something that is really near and dear to my heart. It's cold, so I'll keep my remarks brief and my acknowledgments as well. I want to first thank our steering committee, made up of community leaders and staff members and shepherded by Jonathan Penn, our director of the East Point Parks and Recreation Department. The community members consisted of Wayne Whiteside, Beverly Strozier, Betty Allen, and Ariana Wilkins. Are any of those individuals here today? Well, let's just give them a round of applause for serving on our steering committee. Thank you for giving of your time, your energy, and input into this project. The community was well represented by your voice and your ideas. We could not have moved this project forward so seamlessly without you. To our staff members who served on the committee, thank you for adding this to your already full plate. Your technical expertise was certainly invaluable. To Jonathan Penn, Reuben Thurman, Greg Hart, Vincent Reynolds, thank you all so much. I would like to acknowledge Greta DeMaio. Is Greta here this morning? Oh, she's all bundled up back there. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here to represent the Path Foundation, the Kazan Group, and thank you all for laying the foundation, commencing the planning, and for the community engagement that culminated in an incredible blueprint for this transformational project. We are so extraordinarily grateful. I want to give a special thank you to Ed McBrayer, who is not here today. Ed is a stalwart advocate for PATH projects across Georgia and the fearless executive director of the PATH Foundation. I looked back for the occasion and noticed that I first met Ed in his office back on March 16th, 2016. It was really hard to get that first meeting with Ed, but I showed up with a lot of maps in tow. Ed really didn't want to see too many of my maps, and since he's not here, this is my side of the story that I get to share. He really didn't want to see any of the maps, and in fact, East Point was not even acknowledged as a location of opportunity on his ginormous whiteboard map that hangs in the office space. We politely chatted, but he quickly told me that he had more work to do to keep him busy, had enough work to do to keep him busy for several lifetimes. I wasn't taking that brush off too easily and told him I really would love for him to see at least one of my maps. And as the minutes went by and I discussed a vision for the city and how becoming a more connected community was so important to our identity, Ed asked to see a few more of my maps. I wrapped up the pitch by telling him the phrase that truly sums up East Point to me. We are where Maine meets Metro. And I explained that we were truly cultivating opportunities to offer the charms of small-town living with all the amenities of an urban community. Well, that's where this journey started. Shortly thereafter, in April 2016, the Trail Master Plan Tour of East Point with the Kazan Collaborative took place. In May of 2016, 2 months after that initial meeting, Council contracted to partner with the PATH Foundation to complete a Trail Master Plan. In between, there were community meetings and much traversing the nooks and crannies of the city of East Point by designers, engineers, project managers, and in October of 2016, a draft plan was received. Just over 6 months from that initial meeting, a 24.5-mile plan was approved by Council on November 21st, 2016. This model mile is the perfect location to kick off this project. The connecting destinations are Sumner Park, Tri-Cities High School, Norman Berry, and Headland Drive. Completed, the nearly 25-mile project will be an intergenerational catalytic project that will connect pulse points of the city in a really meaningful way. We all know, or should know by now, the intrinsic and economic value of greenways and path projects. The data simply speaks for itself. Much of our path will be paved and lend itself to meaningful multi-modes of transportation as we institute a well-thought-out public art program in the new year. We will add additional ways to activate space, grow intentionally, and connect the community. These are the things that families look for when deciding where to buy a home. These are the details that credit rating agencies look at when assessing a city's value. These are the things that companies look for when deciding where to do business, where to create jobs. When I took office, the unemployment rate in East Point was right around 11%. We have come a long way in reducing unemployment in the city to about under 6%, but still trend above state and national averages. Paving streets is a really nice thing to do, and we're spending a lot of T-SPLOST money on paving streets. But proportionately investing in catalytic projects simply makes smart business sense to me. Thank you to all of those who supported the T-SPLOST initiative, funds from which are using to kick off this project. But we have a long way to go. The timeline I mentioned earlier has set the bar high. I hope it serves as a reminder for the new council that will take office on January 2nd what can happen when relationships are built and priorities that best serve the community are acted upon. We deserve this project in East Point. We deserve all that it will spur, activate, and energize moving forward. We deserve to see it come to life in a timely, deliberate fashion. East Point has waited long enough to live up to our potential. Our time is truly right now. Thank you all so much for coming out on this chilly morning, for supporting this project, and I wish each of you a very happy New Year.
Again, thank you, Mayor Peters, for those words. At this time, I would like to present this groundbreaking plaque to Mayor and City Council. This plaque this is a temporary plaque, but we'll have one on the side of the path to commemorate their involvement with the path project.